You're doing well. We're going to look at something pretty basic today. It's called the Hinge theorem, and it's a comparison between two or more triangles. We'll just stick with two. And the setup is fairly simple, where you just need two triangles that have two pairs of congruent sides. So I'm hoping you can see in this diagram that triangle ABC, the side AB is congruent to side DE because they both have a measure of 4. And then over here, side CB is congruent to FE because they both have a measure of 2.4. And once you have this scenario where you have two triangles where they have two pairs of sides that are the same measurement, we can do a comparison of the third side. So we don't necessarily know what the third side is going to be, but we do know which triangle has a third side that's longer or shorter. And that's going to be based on the angle that's right in the middle of our congruent sides. And so we were talking about the sides with measures of 4 and 2.4. Over here, the angle is 53.51. And for those sides over here, the angle is 81.5. Now, hopefully, you realize that 81.5 is greater than 53.51. So if the idea is, with this Hinge theorem, if the larger angle is in this triangle, then this triangle would have a longer third side. So we see the third side over here is 4.35. Now, we don't know how long we don't know this number just because of the angle, but we do know that this side should be longer than the third side in the other triangle, and it is. So the Hinge theorem says two sides are congruent, then the angle will tell us which triangle has the larger third side. So we could also change that. This 81.5, I could change to a number smaller than our 53.51. So moving down, and notice as I go below 53, this angle is now smaller than the 53.51. Because of that, the side across from this angle now says 3.03, which is smaller than the side across from the larger angle here. Okay, and that's the whole idea. And if we were able to, and that's a little tricky on here, but if we were able to make these exactly the same, we'll end up seeing that the third side would end up being the same as well. But on a computer screen, that is a little difficult. So that's the big idea. We can use it going from angles to sides. We can also go backwards. So I can look at this side length of 3.22 and this side of 5.1, and I could directly say this is that because 5.1 is greater than 3.22, then the angle across from 5.1 is going to be bigger than the angle across from 3.22, which we can clearly see in this diagram. All right, so pretty easy concept. Just pay attention that you have the setup, look for those two pairs of congruent sides, and then check for that angle in between them, and you should be good to go.